The amnesty announced in the Soviet Union in 1953, following the death of Joseph Stalin, was a massive act of clemency. More than 1 million criminal prisoners and those serving short sentences were released. However, political prisoners, especially those held in labor camps, the Gulags, were almost entirely excluded. In Poland, a similar political thaw came much later. Stalinism was still firmly in place, and a wave of brutal repression continued against members of the anti-communist underground known today as the cursed soldiers. No amnesty was declared in Poland in 1953. Under the leadership of Bolesław Bierut, the communist authorities continued to stage political show trials, including trials of Catholic priests, while thousands of political prisoners remained behind bars. A genuine mass amnesty for political prisoners serving long sentences, including many who had been wrongly convicted in fabricated political trials, did not arrive in Poland until April 1956, after the official end of the Stalinist era. My father, released from Wronki prison in 1953, was a direct result of the Amnesty Act of November 22, 1952. Although the law was adopted at the end of 1952 to mark the introduction of the new constitution of the People's Republic of Poland. The complicated process of reviewing political cases, recalculating sentences, and physically releasing prisoners continued for many months afterward. Despite being introduced by the deeply Stalinist regime of Bolesław Bierut, this amnesty did open prison gates for some political prisoners. Depending on the sentence, penalties could be completely pardoned, reduced by one half or one third, and even the harshest punishments were sometimes commuted. In some cases, death sentences were replaced with long prison terms. In early 1953, the Military Regional Court, or the Military Prosecutor's Office, depending on who supervised the case, issued an official decision granting amnesty to my father. Yet leaving Wronki prison in 1953 did not mean freedom. For the communist security apparatus, former political prisoners convicted of anti-communist activities remained hostile and dangerous elements for the rest of their lives. Permanent surveillance became a fact of life. Former political prisoners were placed under special monitoring files maintained by the secret police. The authorities tracked where they worked, whom they met, and whether they attempted to renew contact with former underground networks. Elimination without trace was another method frequently used against individuals considered uncompromising. Stage traffic accidents, fatal truck collisions, suspicious drownings, and alleged suicides offered the regime a way to remove perceived enemies quietly, without public trials, without publicity, and without creating martyrs.